Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of August 1st. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
Nicole Erdix is away this week, but we have 2 special guests, Audra and Hadassah from the A Bit Above podcast. We are moms of teens and young adults, except for Hadassah. She's got a toddler. When it comes to parenting, we've mostly been there, done that, and bought the t-shirt, but we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes, worrying about something or other. So Wednesday's complaint day here on Parenting Roundabout, and today we are complaining about all the things that keep us up at night. Terry, you recently had slightly out of the order situation, right?
Yeah, usually the things that keep me up at night are worrying about my kids, and we'll get to that. But first, like a point of etiquette I'm interested in. The night before last, somebody's car alarm was parked on the street near our house, started going off around 11 p.m., and it just kept going all night long. We have people park on the street by us who live in apartments across the street, so most likely this person could not hear his car keeping everybody up all night. And as the night wore on into the morning, the alarm kept sounding more and more anemic until finally it stopped. And then the following evening, last night, it started up again. So I don't know what's up with this car, but what does one do when a car alarm is going outside of one's house? It was impossible to sleep because it kept stopping and starting.
Right.
And it was like practically right outside my window. And I thought, do you call the police? Do you put a note under his windshield? Do you take a baseball bat to the windshield? I don't know. The car alarm's already going off, What the heck? But I don't know. There seems to be like there should be some way to stop it. And how does it go off without warning the person? So anyway, that's what's been keeping me up the last 2 nights. I had to sleep on the couch last night because I couldn't hear it quite so much. But can you call the police and say, hey, could you run the license plate of this person and call them up and tell them, number 1, you're keeping the whole neighborhood awake. Number 2, your battery's going to die.
Right.
And number 3, maybe somebody's trying to steal your car. Go get it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? That seems like a keeping me up all night thing that can be solved easily, but probably not. If it goes off again tonight, seriously?
I think you do have to call the police. I don't know what else you do.
And why was it quiet all day?
Right. Yeah, I thought when you said it became anemic that it ran out of battery, but
did the car sit there with a dead battery all day and then they started the battery up and then went back to their apartment and the alarm started going off again? I don't understand.
Well, there is a suggestion that you can do, like on your own, you can do your own method to shut off the noise. Like you can't change other people, but you can put in like AirPods with noise cancellation and then you don't hear anything.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Wait, I was just thinking, I live in a small town. So number 1, we would know exactly whose car it is and go knock on their door.
Yes.
But the first inkling in my mind, if it's going to go off continuously, give it a reason to go off. Like a little through the windshield. I was like, when you said bat, I'm like, yep.
It's very tempting. It's already going off. Yeah. If it was somebody in our little neighborhood here, we would know. But it's the fact that we live on a cul-de-sac off a main street, and across the main street from us is a big apartment complex. And I don't know people there, but that's who parks there.
Yeah, leave a love note from your neighbors.
Yes. Hey, bleep, fix your car alarm.
Oh, that is so frustrating.
It was. God, when it started up again, I was just going to like lay down and take a little nap, and it started up again. And I was like, what are you doing?
No.
What have I ever done to you, car? But I imagine that for most of us parents, there's something much less real world keeping us awake. Catherine, are you lying awake thinking about your son's college prospects?
Yes.
Catherine just went on a college tour with her son, who will be a senior next year.
Congratulations, and I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah. I mean, it was great, but the grades are not there. So and so that's my constant, like, this is happening in the back of my mind at all times. So I need to find a way to get over that. I mean, I think when you have something like the car alarm going off, it keeps you awake. And then how do you fill that space?
Yes.
You know, with stressing about everything and anything that's going on. So I think that's why it's like even worse.
Yes.
know?
You stress about everything that's going on, and also the second star of the nighttime awakeness is every stupid thing I've ever done in my entire life, of which I have a long catalog. And just the reel just starts going.
Right.
You know, remember that thing in high school? Why did you do that? Oh, well.
And then in third place, I can't believe I'm still awake. Now it's 4 hours till my alarm goes off. Now it's 3 hours till my alarm goes off. Now it's 2. Yes. It's good times. It's good times. Yeah. Yes. I had the other day, one of my dogs, my dogs are good about, they sleep through the night. They go out right before we go to bed, and they go to bed when we go to bed. They don't get up until I get up. But one of them, like 2 nights in a row, kept waking up and needing to go outside. And of course, because it was so unlike him, made me panic. I'm like, there's something definitely wrong with him. He's very sick. He ate something poisonous. Like, it just, yeah. And then the second time, I just opened the back door, let him out. And then because we have a dog door, I'm like, fine, I'm not going to stand here and wait for him to finish. I'm just going to leave the door open so he can get back in and go back to bed. But do you think I slept when I went back to bed? Like, no.
Oh,
of course
dear.
Not.
Yes. And of course, being a human like the dog, constantly having to get up is another thing that keeps you up at night.
Right.
But that's for us geriatric old ladies. I don't think anybody else here is dealing with that. But Audra, you have young adults. Do they keep you up at night, either by coming in late or, doing things that you worry about?
Oh, 100,000,000%. I tend to stay up until like my oldest gets out of work, which she's in her 20s, and yet here I am.
Right.
And so at 11:30, I finally doze off, and I know that she's back in the door, and I'm like, okay, no need to worry. I know exactly where she is, but yet I'm still awake. But there are things that also happen, like they have their own animals, but we all live under the same roof. So one of her cats knocked over my ceramic loaf pan because he decided to climb up on a shelf that he's not allowed on. And so at 2 a.m., I wake up to what I thought was somebody breaking in, and I'm ready to like prepare myself to come out and find a broken loaf pan. And I'm like, really? This is when we decide to play? Like, come on, guys. But I mean, those are some of my things. And the other thing that might be an unpopular opinion is that it's been in the 90s where I live. And you know how you put your air conditioner on energy save mode?
Yeah.
You think you're doing a good thing. Like you're going to cool your electric bill. But when that thing kicks off and turns back on, I don't care how quiet they say those things are. I wake up to that thing. And I'm like, every 20 minutes, I feel like it kicks on. So my love-hate for that.
Yeah. Not helpful. Yeah, we have to turn the air. I can't sleep with the air conditioner on, so we turn it off. So then you wake up because you're hot.
Yeah,
but
it's closest to my side of the bed. I mean, I would move it, but then I really like the cold air, so I'll just keep waking up.
Yeah. Well, sleep, it's overrated. How does your daughter sleep, Hadassah? Do you get a lot of sleep?
Well, I know other mothers have it worse. I want to start off by saying that because I did get lucky. I did get lucky with her sleeping through the night after 3 months or something. But she still wakes up. Like, we're both light sleepers, and sleep for me has never been easy without a kid. I take melatonin, I take magnesium, 5-HTP, which is a relaxing vitamin. I'll drink warm milk. I'm the type of person that over obsess about not falling asleep. So then I don't fall asleep because I did too many things to prepare, and now I'm too busy stressing if I will fall asleep. So then I get 3 hours of sleep. The next day I wake up right on time thinking, well, because I have a kid and whatever. But then I think, okay, well, tonight I for sure will fall asleep because I'm so tired. And I go through the whole day miserable and exhausted until I lay down and I'm wide awake again because I'm stressed out the night before. So overall, I know I have it. My kid, she's not the biggest issue. I am the biggest issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which should be empowering to know that, you know, it's just you, but it's so nice to blame it on somebody else.
Oh, no, I mean, she does get some of the blame. Like, even yesterday, she was with her dad, and I still got woken up by a phone call at 4 a.m. Because she was up and he needed some tips on how to put her down. So even when I don't have her around, I still wake up for her. But, I mean, I do more damage than she does.
Well, you know, a good thing to do when you're lying in bed unable to sleep, of course, is listen to a podcast.
Yes.
Definitely.
We are happy to provide this service for you, listeners.
That's right.
And next time there's a car alarm going outside your house, every 4 times an hour, all night. We have a whole bunch of podcasts. We have a whole archive of podcasts. And then you can go to the Bit Above podcast and listen to their archives too.
Just put in those noise-canceling headphones.
Wait, this is I'm saying that we will put you right to sleep. That's not what I mean. We will fill your waking time with joy. Let's put it that way.
Right. We'll make it worth your time.
You say this, but I've done this. Like, I've turned on your podcast to fall asleep, like, many times. This is what I do to fall asleep. I like it. It's a perfect length. So, like, even if I get through a whole episode, I do have it on, like, let's say I'll do like a few at a time. Obviously, I don't fall asleep in 20 minutes. I'm not crazy like the people who fall asleep after they close their eyes. But, like, it's good. I get to, like, hear not like an hour and a half of someone talking about history that I'm going to just be bored, you know? It's interesting.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, thank you. See, we have a testimonial here.
That's right.
Of our sleep-inducing qualities. So.
Yay. Well, thank you for that, Hadassah. And that'll be it for today's round 3. Tune in tomorrow when we'll obsess about dating apps. And then on Friday to see what we've come up with for our Roundabout Roundup picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.